have to go through hell to achieve resurrection.
Okay, so this show is awesome. Dexter's back again. Unkillable, I think. My other favorite thing that's just gone around over the years is whenever somebody rocks a Batista fit, they're like, oh, that's that Batista drip right there. Yeah. Did you know, like, your kind of wardrobe would become, like, when did you realize it was just such a staple?
I didn't realize it right away. I just thought, wow, this is the most comfortable wardrobe I've ever worn in anything. But, it's I wanted to see what the Cubans in Miami, the Cuban Americans in Miami, and how they dress and how they, their culture, which is very similar to mine. I'm Puerto Rican, so it's a similar culture. But I noticed that they, the guayabera, they would have a guayabera all the time, and I'm like, that would be cool, And when they showed me the wardrobe, I'm like, yes, that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then probably a couple of years later, when I started going to the Comic-Cons and seeing people dressed up, like, I was on vacation on Spain. I went for a walk in the middle of the night, and there was a Dexter party going on. There was people dressed like Batista.
There's just a Dexter party?
I had my hat, and I just was, this is interesting,
Well, one of the cool things about this show is it's kind of starting to blend the OGs with the new, and you two meet. So, I mean, what excited you most about opening up that dynamic and crossing over more of the OGs with the new cast?
Well, I mean, everybody that's new in this cast, it's like they fit right in because they come in prepared, ready to go, and we're so lucky to be able to attract, great young actors that come in and just fit the, as we call it, the code of work ethic and being ready and just working along one another. So my scenes with Jack was just tremendous. We had a wonderful day where it was just pretty much just us, you and I, and I was like, wow, he's really, he has chops, and I was like, I'm really glad I got to, do those scenes with him.
I just was gonna say I was nerding out that entire day, because on the other side of that coin, to get to join a show like this that's got one of these spectacular casts, and work with actors that I haven't worked with, haven't seen before, and then actors that I have like watched on the show for years. That was spectacular, and to like hang out with David, who's such a wonderful guy, and then to do those scenes that are, they're intense. Yeah. And to like, there was a lot of like, cut, like, oh, that was, dude, there was a lot of like excitement.
Very supportive of one another. It was great.
It was a blast.
Jack, you're a force on this show. I mean, you're incredible.
Thank you.
It's great. Episode 4 is quite a game changer. So I would love to hear a little more from Michael and you about kind of that reunion and what can we expect going forward.
Well, they have quite a bit of wreckage to crawl out of.
Why? What happened?
Just a little nick in the chest. Yeah, I mean, I think it was reasonable to expect that sooner or later Harrison and Dexter would, or Dexter would reveal himself to Harrison and deal with whatever that meant. And yeah, I think as they start to climb their way out, they both have some growing up to do, and hopefully can find a way to do it alongside one another. But yeah, I mean the scenes that will follow the fourth episode will start that component of the story.
And I bet you guys just missed each other,
Yeah, we did.
Maybe just a little bit.
It was weird seeing Jack on set and being like, hey, I'll see you soon, I hope.
Son?
Yeah.
I will say the first episode, like I loved it so much because it does have this kind of greatest hits of people that have passed through the show. And I'm just curious, like I'm sure you've talked about it a million times, but like when you were doing the Trinity Killer stuff, did you realize like how much people would gravitate towards that character and how much people would be like, that arc is just like one of the best things I've ever freaking watched?
I mean, we definitely knew we were onto something, and I mean, I was there watching John, and the character was phenomenal, and he was phenomenal. Some of those scenes we did, that Thanksgiving dinner, it was just like this is pretty next level. Yeah, I knew we were onto something, but as far as talking about it now, these many years later, I don't think I anticipated that. No.
Yeah. I'm sure. I feel like every interview I've talked to him, I'm like, sorry, I'm bringing up Trinity Killer again. Now, is this your first time returning to the show? I'm trying to think.
In a full-fledged fashion,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
I've got a couple of clips in New Blood.
Yeah.
But, nothing, no new work as such. So yes, this is my first time back.
How do you describe the feeling of also like, you know, the show did major numbers, not even to get into like the logistics and all that, but like people love Dexter, I think now more than ever. I mean, what is that like for you?
It's like, let's get the band back together.
Hell
it's like
yeah.
the Beatles reuniting, you know, and doing a world tour, and everybody just, they're crazy about it. I mean, that's the only frame of reference that I can really think of, is that, you know, we're getting the old crew back, and we've got brand new material that includes new blood and old blood, and it's very powerful. It's very moving.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire time that I've been involved with Dexter, we've had some of the most amazing actors on the planet come through, and not one of them has ever been a jerk. No one has ever said, "Oh, I'm not going to do that," or been standoffish. You know, I mean, John Lithgow as Trinity was so welcoming and warm, and you know, he's like my buddy, and he talked about personal stuff, and you know, Jimmy Smits was very outgoing, and these guys are all world famous stars. Peter Dinklage is it's just so happy to meet you. Mm-hmm. You know, it's what Dexter brings out in actors that really want to go out there and do their craft is really quite amazing.
Yeah.
You know, because this is not a lot of special effects. You know, it's not a lot of this and that. It's people talking to each other very intensely. And there's a lot at stake. And not a single actor has ever been short of the mark.
Krysten, how has your experience been joining this show? And I mean, what is your Dexter history? Like, what sticks out to you when you think about Dexter? And then also now that you're just like in the fandom, coming in and being like, I'm in freaking Dexter, man.
Totally. Well, I mean, it's like such a cultural staple. I mean, it's like one of the great shows. And the fact that these characters get to keep going and telling story, you know, the way the great shows do. And it's rare. I mean, now it feels like a lot of television is like the hit of the weekend and then onward we go. And it's nice when you can spend so much time with characters. I love Dexter. I watched it since the beginning. I actually got a little part in season 1 and I wasn't able to do it.
What? No, tell me the story.
I auditioned for a little part. Tony Goldwyn was directing. And that same day, I was just getting started. That same day, I booked my role on Gilmore Girls. So to not be able to do like one of the first jobs you book was like awful, heartbreaking, and on a show I liked. But had that happened, I wouldn't be here in this like way better role, obviously. So that's a good little lesson for the kiddies. Things work out the way they're supposed to. And then I worked with Scott Reynolds on Jessica Jones, and he knows me and tailored this part for me. And I was so excited to come out, and the role is fantastic. The writing is so good. It makes your job easy when the writing is that good. Mm-hmm. I was thrilled to have so much of my material opposite Michael. And then once I kept hearing who else was joining the cast this season, it was just like, what are they doing over at Dexter Resurrection? Like, they are not messing around with this season and the cast. So I'm excited to be a part of it. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You mentioned Jessica Jones, and it's so funny because, like, I feel like I've talked to you quite a few times over the years, and I'm like, would you ever play Jessica Jones again? Maybe you're probably maybe lying at some points. Who cares? But it has to speak to how much people love that character.
Yeah,
how much people were bringing it up to you, and
I know,
like,
it's so exciting. What
does it mean to you now that it's like, yeah, this is actually happening, and I get to actually like be this person again?
Yeah, it's really exciting, and the fans have been so vocal, and we're back by popular demand, and it's really exciting, and probably how these guys feel like putting those boots on again it was as if no time had passed. A character that you play for so long like really gets into the cells of your body, and it's fun to then find ways to like go deeper, and yeah, it's kind of like riding a bicycle, and I'm so excited, and I think what we're doing is really cool, and she's an iconic character that I adore and love, and she means so much to me.
I love her so much. Michael, did you feel that coming back into this role? Because I mean, look, I don't think it's any surprise that the finale of the first run was divisive, and then you come back and
Divisive? I don't even know if it was.
people did not
divisive.
like it. Okay.
I think it was a unifying. Sorry, go on. No. It was very, very unsatisfying. I thought it
Right.
made narrative sense that he went into self-imposed exile, but it's not
Lumberjack.
that's not what anybody wanted to see,
Right.
or it's certainly not how they wanted anything to end.
Yeah.
And and then it was tough to see him apparently taken out by his son
Yes.
as well.
How did you feel about that finale?
I mean, I thought that made narrative sense,
I like-
storytelling sense. I thought it was much more satisfying and certainly definitive. But when the inkling came up that, what if that didn't kill him?
Yeah, what got said to you?
I said it.
You said it.
Yeah, I said it to Marco Siega initially, a producing director on the show, a guy who directed and sort of helmed the whole season of this season. But I was working with him on something else, and we were being nostalgic about what a great time we'd had, and I just let it slip out. Like, what if he didn't die? Is that crazy? Could we get away with that? And then we started talking to Clyde Phillips and Scott Reynolds, and ideas started, and I just got kind of increasingly excited about the idea that a character like Dexter could have a second chance at life. What would that look like? Yeah, the next thing I knew, we were doing it, it felt like a bit of a dice roll, but it felt like one worth taking. And the fact that we attracted such amazing people to join us was very gratifying and fortifying. Gave a sense of like, okay, yeah, we're worth doing according to these people who could be doing lots of other things. So that was pretty cool. But sorry, I didn't even let you ask your question.
No, you did. You knew you knew where I was going.
Yeah.
You knew where I was going.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, listening to Krysten, it is a wild thing to play someone for this long and to step back into it. And the craziest thing is how crazy it doesn't feel. It's just like, oh, there he is. He's right there. And there's something intuitive and instinctual that you can only get to if you spend this much time with something, and it becomes like cellular, and you almost just have to get out of the way and let it happen, because there's something in your bones and your body that knows it beyond your head.
It's in the zeitgeist. Like, have you watched Vanderpump Rules?
No,
I'm going somewhere with this.
I haven't.
One of the characters, people in it, Stassi, she has like a drunk alter ego where she's kind of mean, and she calls it her dark passenger. So.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, that's nice.
It's like, hold on, bear with me. I'm going somewhere with
That's
this.
nice.
Are there any other OGs you'd like to see come back that are still around? Or I guess maybe anybody could not be dead.
Yeah, I mean, there are no rules in terms of who might appear, given that they can all exist within Dexter's interior landscape. So yeah, I'd never say never in terms of other characters reemerging, whether they're still alive in the world or not.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your Comic-Con.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I am who you really think I am, this can't possibly end well for you.